If you like sports, in this case MMA, aka mixed martial arts, then this movie may automatically sound interesting to you. But even if you don't really like sports in a movie, or in this case MMA again, then this movie has way more drama to offer than you might think, outside of the sport itself. Let's find out how much. Unbeatable, or Ji Chang in the original, tells a story about a man called Ching Fai, played by Nick Chung, who escapes to Macau from certain loan sharks and other kind of trouble. There he meets a young man called Li Shiki, played by Eddie Peng, who wants to show his father that determination is everything. With a bit of work, Shiki convinces the former boxing champion Ching Fai to train him for the upcoming MMA fight. This sounds very standard at first, and when it comes to MMA itself, it kind of is. Which doesn't mean that it's bad, the fights were actually good and felt powerful for the most part. Yet a few times the punches and kicks felt too soft, as if the actors were still practicing for the actual fight in the movie. And the camera could be a bit less shaky, as well more natural, without the over-editing. But let's face it, the focus is not MMA, it's Ching Fai outside of the ring. While searching for a place to stay in Macau, he finds a place at the apartment of a mother and daughter. And here is where the actual meat of the movie is, their relationship. The mother, played by Mei Ting, is a very unstable woman because of her past, and her young daughter, played by Crystal Lee, is the one who tries to keep things afloat at home. The build-up of that relationship, especially between Fai and Dani, the daughter, is a very wonderful thing to see. Yet that can easily break apart if the mother breaks apart. Basically, it's a journey of trust and friendship that is as thin as glass can be. But it doesn't stop here, since Shikui comes into the picture of Fai as well, and the latter has to prove himself as a mentor and fighter again, while Shikui wants to prove himself to his father. And those are two different stories that don't really connect. The one that somewhat connects everything together is Fai himself, but even he can't blend in the two stories as one all that well. It's not horrible or anything, but maybe it would work better as two different films instead of an over 2-hour one. But the acting is great in this one. Nick Chung carries the movie very well as a very faulty but still likable and passionate man. The little Crystal Lee does a damn good job as well, acting as the actual mother and not the daughter. Eddie Peng, Mei Ting and the rest of the cast do a good job for what it's worth. Especially Eddie Peng as the son of a father that went broke and now is in the downhill spiral. I don't see many faults in here. The major one is probably the two stories in one that don't work all that well as it should have. But other than that, this is a good movie. It's more heavy on the dramatic side of things instead of the actual martial arts, but this is definitely not a bad thing. Watch it and decide for yourself. I am now going to kick some ass in Dead or Alive.